Hello, if you can hear me, I'm currently live on YouTube to present the session. So I'll be sharing my slides with you so that you should be able to see what I'm actually displaying. So slides. So I'll be sharing my slides so you should be able to see what I'm actually displaying. So slides. Welcome, Doc.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you on the. Yeah, I can see you.
Can you share my screen?
Yeah, it will be shared on the Zoom. It will come out automatically. You know,
Okay, can you share?
Oh, it's already there. That conference. So we want to see how we can broadcast it on YouTube channel. And then while the people from YouTube from the Zoom, only the maybe the panelists will be presenters will be joining from the Zoom, while the audience will now join from YouTube. And they can only listen and make their comments on the chat on the platform. While they will have a moderators list of people who will be responding to comments. And at the same time, if there are needs for the presenter to see what the comments are, the moderator will now have a moderator document that the presenter will see. So that if things are beyond him, we can copy and paste there.
But what do you for us now, or they are doing for you?
No. There is a conference as well
that is going on right now.
That will be going on by 26th of this month, the Embark Chemistry. So we are part of one of the subcommittee now on this hybrid conference. So we're looking at the possibility.
Okay, you are now preparing ground
for that. Yes.
So, yeah, I know that. Now it's I 9 and ICT or
is it CST or ICT?
It's ICT. 907. Like marijuana here creating says you can enter by the pin that was so you can log in through using their own.
No, as soon as we create, we use the admission number as the username. And if they have a valid emails, so I'm sure
some of them have, some of them do not have.
Yeah, as soon as we are enrolling them, we'll try to see how we can capture the emails. and create the image so that
The problem we had last time was that we checked the situation of we discovered that last time that your Super Smartphone did not done their registration.
Yeah.
That
So,
is the major problem.
The major problem, you have to now make sure that before registering online, because who concerns they are your students? The system doesn't know them up to now.
Can we do backdoor policy? if I get their list and their admission. Backdoor policy. If I get their names and their admission number as their admission numbers, would that help in enrolling them?
I'm a 30-second delay. From the real one, the YouTube one. And this is where it's happening.
Which one is the real one?
Isn't okay 30 seconds ago?
Oh, she has a
channel.
Oh.
Hello, Doc.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, just give us, let something be running. Give us 10 minutes. When this person finishes presenting, you will now present.
Sorry?
Somebody is presenting now.
Okay, 10 minutes is. Huh? I have another meeting by 11, sir.
Okay, you have a meeting by 11?
Yes.
Okay. Just give me time so that I will call their attention.
Okay,
so
please.
That I present. Okay. Well done, sir. Hybrid presenters. See it now. Are you possible with yourself? You can improve your presentation. You need the capacity. Which one to select? Which one to select? I'm supposed to. This is my assuming this is the live. Now, well, this is the live stream. That's the live stream. So you want to test the live stream for people that need the why the Zoom will be for the participants in the hall. Sir? Can you confirm whether the what? Where? Oh. They have. What do you need the laptop for?
The second
How many laptops do you need that will come? So we can have 7 laptops. Hello?
our team wants to present. That means we'll have everything by left.
Okay, and now the secretary is saying that the party will also have some laptops. But how many are they?
Basically, let's say 5.
How many are we saying? Okay, so after this committee, you get container it.
Hello, guys.
Why not even the issue of I think the issue of why not if possible what the presentation can be sent to which can provide the information or send it to the internet
Or we can have a corner. We can have
Sometimes you can do that. Somebody might go days. You have no option.
That's one again. One.
He has 2 of these.
Two last time, that's collective one.
Sir. Hello, sir. I'm with you.
Okay, in the next 5 minutes, you have the floor.
Okay.
But can you see the venue? Can you hear what's going on?
Yeah, but the voice, the audio is very low.
Okay, the audio is low. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important. So that's what we need. Because when you report, I could see you are identified with you. You are not appointed. So yeah, I thought you should have got that should be handled by no, they later to be handled by handled by
To provide everything. To make sure there are laptops, there are some systems, the seats, whenever there's a problem, the person should get everything.
So I think we have to do that. Because that's what any other coming to that. And what we need is strictly 2 months the cash payment and the point of yes, that's the money. Last report is one house. In the last meeting, you mentioned that you try to get 2 COS. I think at the level of, at the point of administration, we allow both payment by cash as part of the end. Because of that, that's why the advice that we get two agents. Any object in that when we move to this friend, yes, on the day of the so that's we have this, yes, by Monday and Sunday. Yeah. Confirm the yes. What preparation, because of course theology and what we are related to this science, what preparation including yes. So you have to make consultation as to whether we need to buy fuel or whether and the university will allow us information. Yes. I think when we boosted those applications,
It's not an issue.
Because it's very important. Somebody will look at everything. Long before you have to print a statement of this one. And each time you hear whenever you call them something, and I know that this level of situation now somebody might do this company my hand or in my university. Even with POS, I think we should be analyzing about it. Strictly, you should make sure the bank will not send in their staff. When we do that, it's no one challenge. We send somebody to stand there, even if someone is doing that to avoid, because you need to organize your account after the contract. So if you collect money that should not reflect the statement of account, money collected by card dealer is fully collected by the wire so to avoid that, the ministry that has attended, all money, once the minister will have is the same. At the end of the day, you just need your statement of account. Since you the effective of balancing your student that will collect money and give for time, because that was said from yeah, I think this is a very good.
So, but what if there's a crowd at the bank? If the bank is crowded,
no,
okay, to be collecting.
To serve as protector.
Okay.
No, I think they will not be released. I think the first day is only one. So yeah, that's why it is. No, they will come back. All these cameras, The first day, second day, then the third day. So I think the chairman needs to have it, because secretary is the one after we done. Probably need to start.
Okay, sir.
Yes, and that's what I want to no, we are not continuing. Yeah, POS is just as good as the first thing is to collect money POS, you pay to the bank. What I'm saying, you need to have are they ready? Back to the government. What is the issue of certificate? Are they ready now?
Hello.
Also the wings, I think it's pure, because it can be an anxiety. All the wings.
Another information. Caslack and Nuts had a conference and they used Caslack and there was lights throughout. I don't know if they want to consider that place. It's DC complex.
This one also is a lot of I think what you want to do is
for the DC. Okay. And also the toilets then.
one at the top one.
Just
We can manage the but we need to make sure that not just station somebody station somebody. Yeah, already I understood to make this with they were so probably I would actually see so yeah, just literally.
Where is the list? List. Virtual presentation.
Yeah, most of them.
Did you bring to us?
Now we go addendum.
I think I did.
No, the other one is
Prof, that may go to one presentation. Let's leave it signal. We can present them.
because I think that's what this is what level is on this yes. Yes. So that one should be
Hello, can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Okay, let me talk.
Sir. So let's just
Sir, can you present so that we'll go then we'll continue? He has the training.
Somebody said that it's also flows to the hybrid commission
Okay, good afternoon. All. Operator President of that. So the hybrid committee was tasked to see how we can run a successful hybrid conference. But along the line, I know that the proposal we made the last time has been seriously diluted. So we are trying to focus more on the opening ceremony. So for the opening ceremony, we propose that the broadcast will be on YouTube. Now, the idea, unlike other conferences, hybrid conferences, everybody is made to be on Zoom, but it has its own challenges, interferences from different places. So what we intend to do is to set up to stream the Zoom on YouTube and share the link. Right now, this is the stream going on. While the Zoom ID will be given to key people, the invited guests that will be presenting virtually, some LOC members that are not around, or important people that needs to be or to contribute will be on Zoom. That will be projected on the screen. Anybody presenting at the venue will also be projected on the Zoom. While anybody anywhere in the world will be linked up to the YouTube. Now, as presentation goes on, if there's any comments that needs to be made, it will be made on the YouTube stream. And then somebody will be made to be a moderator to be able to sieve out comments. Comments that are not necessary or personal comments, they will be there to stream it. And those important comments or questions, he can now send it to the presenter. So that was the design. The IT team have gone ahead to set up the YouTube channel and also the stream platform. Right now we're live. This is a mock presentation. So I'll call on Damegoro to present on his own side. So his laptop is the hub, what do I call it now? It's the main laptop, the central laptop. So he'll be presenting from his side. Now how we design it is that 15 minutes, there's a 15-minute lag between the physical presentation and the streaming on the YouTube. So I'll call on seconds, 50 seconds. Yes. So I'll call on Damagoro to make a presentation, a mock presentation, physical appearance, and slides, the test slides. So basically, he's doing it on Zoom, while it's being transmitted or streamed on YouTube. Damagoro.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so you have the floor. You can make a presentation and also shoot your slides.
All right. Currently, the slide is already on. And
okay, I don't know if you can start with your physical this thing.
Okay, fine. Let me start.
Yes.
This one. Okay. Basically, this is what you will have at the initial stage, where we have all the participants joining the conferences. The panelists who will be presenting during that day will all be on the Zoom.
It's actually live on my Zoom now, but
it will
the lagging time, after a while it will come up.
And all the panelists that will be presenting on that day will be muted until they were asked to do so, because in a situation whereby we allow everybody to be unmuted, and then the presentation will be having a series of echoes on the background. The background noise will be too much for people actually following through the YouTube channel. And that is why at the initial stage, we don't even want only the panelists. Until we want you to talk, we will allow you to talk on the Zoom so that it will be broadcasted live on the YouTube channel. While on the YouTube channels, we have what we call a moderator, and we have a moderator.
I'll let you know. On the day, this one will be watching. This one is coming behind anyway. This one.
So
this one on the screen there. Why this is anybody anywhere? Okay. So please. It has not streamed up yet.
Yeah, it's to
the YouTube.
It's already streaming on the YouTube. It's already streaming. Maybe it should be from your own network, because I'm already seeing myself on the YouTube, the other laptop that I have.
Okay, I know what to do.
The only thing that I have not put on my presentation yet.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm just trying to give a background on what we expected to see on that day.
Okay.
So on the day of the presentation, which is actual live presentation, on the YouTube channel, we have what we call moderators, and then we have a moderation documents. The moderators are the people who have a basic knowledge of what is actually going on, so they can actually comment to the respective participants according to what they cue in their question, query. So now the moderator will now respond to one he can respond to, and if the questions are directed to the presenter, that is when the moderator will now copy the contents moderation document, which the presenter on that day will have access to the moderation document, whereby he will be actually seeing some of the comments that actually need his attention. While he is presenting, he will actually make some answer some of the questions while he is presenting. And then this is how the slides will actually come up. As soon as I put on my slides, it will be on the YouTube channel. Then I'll start presenting what I have or what the presenter or lead presenter is having on that day. And then he will be controlling his slides, or someone will be there to help him move the slides from one page to another. As he is making presentation, he has other eyes on his moderation document in case if there are anything that he thinks he should clear more ear on while he is presenting. Basically, and from the beginning of the lecture to the end of the lecture, this is how it's going to be, and this is how it will be to the entire audience in the world. So the basic things, all other participants who are not presenting will be on the YouTube, so that they can actually watch the live stream and make some valid input while the presentation is going. And the beauty of that is that at the end of the day, the recorded session will always be on the YouTube channel, at any point in time, anybody who has the link or who knows the title of the presentation can always go there and now have a playback as well as download the video of what the presentation or the conference at large. So basically, this is what we'll be looking at too. So at the main center there, a lot of facilities have to be put in place to ensure that we have this success of this presentation. And what kind of facilities are we actually requiring? The presenter or whosoever is presenting in the auditorium where the actual presentation is going to have, he or she may have a headset or a kind of wireless speaker that he can actually use and present with it so that the other people can actually hear him clearly. And then probably we may, I'm sure projector is already there in the auditorium. We have a 360 that can actually cover other applications. So if those requirement has already been put in place, I'm sure we'll have a wonderful presentation on that. Thank you.
So, so actually, yesterday I did a survey during that conference. The MTN is 4 there, but Airtel is. Yeah. So another thing the IT has proposed to do for us is to shut down every other side and focus the network to the tutorial. They did it during our last workshop. They had to, in fact, nothing was moving on that day until they had to. The DC came to our rescue and they had to do that. So
the sound there.
yes, I know it's the remote. Assuming we didn't get the remote of the TV, and this will be individual at your place, your gadgets. But at the venue, we're still looking at how we talk with them to see that people.
Yeah, because you know, one of the complaints and the annual complaint is people at the back.
People at the back, there is 4. Actually, the sound system they're using there is 4. It's for outside. The speakers that they put there is for outside. It's not for indoor. So maybe until they improve on that, it's still going to be some challenges. Okay. Damagoro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, can I ask you? Yes. Damagoro.
Yeah, I'm with you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think members are satisfied for now with what they've seen. Okay. Are we satisfied?
Yes.
So, so the question being asked is the issue of the network. What do we do to beef up the network on that day? Yeah.
Currently now we have a stable network, and I'm sure even on that day we may not have much issues. And if issues arises, we usually know how we can actually deal with certain issues like that. In terms of if we can actually look at less VLANs that are not fully active, and then we drop them for that period of the conference. As soon as the conference is over, we now return the other location. I'm sure as we are now, the network is not we don't have network issues for now. Everything seems to be fine. And we equally pray on that day it will be okay too.
Okay, so talking about this network now, is it the university network or phone data? Or which one?
So currently now I'm using the university network.
Okay, and that's what we're going to use there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So one of the things that we need to do now before the day, we need to now go and do a kind of visibility studies, and that where we intend to have a conference to confirm if everything is in order before the actual day. And if it is not in order, we will see how we can now actually make necessary amends before the conference date.
Oh, okay. So I believe one of that feasibility study is the sound system.
Yeah, the sound system. I am usually the at the auditorium there. I'm sure that I used to know that they used to have an audio the sound system there, which you need to liaise with Abakar CD, who is actually a custodian of the sound system.
Okay. Okay. So do you have an estimate for the 3D mic you talked about?
Yeah, the last time we talked about having the cost estimate for 3D mic, but due to the difficulties in trying to set up the Zoom to go to YouTube, and everything was put to hold, so that we want to ensure that we have this first before we even try to bring the cost, because there is no point of bringing the cost when we don't actually actualize what we want to have on that deal. But I'm sure the courses are already online. All we need is to
So
look
if the
at
fund is made available, can we get the mic before that day?
when the day of the conference is 6.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
If
sir.
the fund is available, maybe today, as soon as we get it, I'm sure we'll look at how we can use our friends over there to see how we can get it, and then we bill it to Sokoto immediately.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Are we going to use
Okay.
when are you going to test that?
So, Lisa, when are we going to test the venue?
Now, yesterday we talked about now, maybe, the way the auditorium operates. So we need to now have a kind of, maybe go to them, tell them this is what you intend to do, so that you can now have access to the hall. As soon as you secure access to the hall, we can actually go there and then look at what they have, and we'll look at the network from the network point of view.
Okay.
We satisfy the network, and then Abu Sidi has to now ensure that his gadget will function the way they should, and then we'll look at how do we arrange the venue, and then have maybe before the actual event, we have a kind of a final test test run the venue.
It's okay, sir. All right, thank you very much. I'll make the arrangement and get back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, I'm leaving for a meeting now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your time. We apologize for keeping you late. Yes.